Yolanda Travitt.
We have a caller on the line. Caller, can you state your name and question, please?
Hey, my name is Adaya Bell, and I was just wondering what you guys believe are, I don't know, deal breakers, or what makes relationships go bad once people have already invested time and energy in developing them.
Deal breakers. What are deal breakers in relationships? Husband and wife, girlfriends, or just marriage? Did you say
Well,
marriage?
after people already invest their time in friendships and marriages and, you know, boyfriends and things, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, I didn't know he was like this. So what do you suggest people do before they, dive in, or how do you think they should say fix it
What's a deal
if
breaker?
they're already married?
Okay, deal breakers are, for me, is that's why it's very important to state what you need in a relationship and what you know that you can live with. In the dating stage, people act as though they can live with everything and anything, so they don't state their real feelings about things. And my husband and I, when we got married, we talked about deal breakers. One of the things was not was emotions because of the kind of work we do. So I know that emotionally, and it wasn't a sexual thing. It was emotionally, after giving so much, then you could come home and be emotionally starved. So that could be a deal breaker when, after I've invested so much time and emotionally, that person does not know how to give emotions. One deal breaker is when you start to see who a person really is. The deals just begin to start to break, and you see a repetitive cycle. Those are deal breakers for me. I can forgive, but when I see a repetitive cycle in a person's life, it doesn't mean that, oh, we're off, but you'll notice that my time will begin to be less and less and less. In relationships like that. And I hope that answers your question. Pastor, could you have, what would be a deal breaker?
I'm in agreement with my wife. I would definitely say, repetition. You kind of have to look out for things that continually keep happening. But again, it's, and I'm not to sound in between, but I would definitely say it's contingent upon the individual. How much more do you desire to put into this situation? If it's a marriage, do you just give up? Do you continue to keep pressing? Do you could you be that one that God has placed there to break that out of that situation or out of the individual? So it's a couple of ways to look at it, but definitely you want to seek God concerning all things, and definitely prior to any relationship, you want to take the time to get to know the individual. Don't be so quick to rush in. I think what the old saying is, fools rush in. That's the truth. So don't be so quick to rush in. Take the time and find out everything about a person, especially if you consider them to be with in any shape, form, or fashion. You have to be looking at that. So that'll be my take on it.
And one of the things I dread and I hear is that I have enough love for both of us. I'm like, don't be ridiculous. I've heard a lot of women say that they have enough love, or guys say that he has enough love in the relationship to make that relationship work. That's unrealistic because the other person is starving. So it has to be, you've got to give me something to keep me alive. I don't want to, have you gorged and I'm starved, malnourished, because I'm giving you everything you need and you can't give me what I need. So it has to be some communication. It has to be a respect of what the person is asking for what they need. And you have to hear and not defend what a person is saying. More often than not in our relationships, we'll go on the defense rather than just listen from a sense of, this is what I'm saying. Thank you. Thanks so much for calling, Adaya.
All right.
All right.
Do we have any more callers that would like to talk with myself and my lovely
Ooh, we
wife?
actually have a queue. How about that? I'm just joking. It's callers in the queue.
Yeah, you got a few callers there.
All right, who's the next caller?
Next caller, please.
My name is Cookie Bradley. How are you guys?
Hi, Cookie. How are you?
Hello.
I'm doing good, aka Latrice, and I just wanted to give the comment and a testimony.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that, about 5 years ago, we're talking about relationships, and I was very open. And I came to the ministry, and I just wanted to give a quick testimony about you guys and how the ministry has restored my life and my marriage, and you guys are a great example of, what marriage and relationships are supposed to be about. Open, truthful, and being honest and transparent. And I just wanted to say that. So, I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the ministry.
Oh, we appreciate you. We appreciate the growth, and we definitely have seen such growth in the Bradleys and the maturity and yes, and her husband's a minister too. So God has done great things. So we bless you. Thank God for you. Thank you for calling in, Latricia.
Thank you so much.
All right, next caller, please. Hi. Is there a next caller?
Do we have a next caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Well,
Okay.
okay. But that fake it till you make it. No, don't even go with the fake stuff. I don't accept fake friends. I don't care where they are, where you think they can take you to, because if they're fake with you, you'd best believe 2 minutes out of you walk. If they're fake with other people, 2 minutes you walk outside of a room, they're fake with you. That's what I've learned. That's what I've seen over the years. If they're fake with other folks and you guys are all in a circle talking, and then someone walks away, then they can be fake with you. And remember, you have a choice of your friends and relationships. Is somebody on the line?
Yeah, you have a few people. I'm gonna mute them.
Don't even go with the fake stuff. Don't accept fake friends. I don't care where they are, where you think they can take you to, because if they're fake with you, you'd best believe 2 minutes out of you walk. If they're fake with other people, 2 minutes you walk outside of a room, they're fake with you. That's what I've learned. That's what I've seen over the years. If they're fake with other folks and you guys are all in a circle talking, and then someone walks away, then they can be fake with you. And remember, you have a choice of your friends and relationships. Is somebody on the line?
Yeah, you have a few people. I'm gonna mute them.
Sunday was about forgiveness, and I want to ask, can you talk about the difference between
Feel right all the time, but it's the right thing to do. And I think just in time of continuing to do that, you'll see that that big tree that once was has now become a stump in the backyard.
And another, I agree 100%. One of the things that I say about people that sweep stuff up under the rug is that it comes up and people trip over it all the time. It comes up again because we're gonna trip over it. You sweep it up, and eventually you keep sweeping, and it's gonna trip. It's gonna trip us up somewhere in our relationship. So that's how you know. And if you trip and you you'll fall in that same place, or the same person will fall up under that wrath, although they were not a part of the dirt that we swept up under the rug. So one of the ways that I gauge forgiveness is, can I talk to you? Can I look you in the eyes? Can I extend myself to you after a terrible incident? Something happened to me when I was young, and I had to look at that person and still have to look at that person. But I give God praise that I know that it is true forgiveness, because I'm able to sit down and when you forgive a person, it doesn't matter if they forgive you, or if they blame you, because a lot of times when people hurt you, they'll project, but it doesn't matter. What matters is, have I forgiven you? And I pray that that answers your question, because the difference for me is sweeping up under the rug, because I don't trip over during the incident, and I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that was good. So do we have another caller that would
I
like
think
to?
it was Cedric.
Okay, I guess while we're preparing that, getting ready for that, you know, one thing I wanted to say too, I hear a lot of times people talk about save face, save face. You know, trying to save face. They don't do this because I'm trying to save face. I don't say this because I'm trying to save face. Like, what is your take on that? Saving face. Do you still connect that with being the fake it till you make it part? Saving face? What is saving face?
Make up, cover up.
Yes, this is Brother Cedric. Good evening, Pastor Rhonda, Pastor Nick.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we
We
can
can
hear
hear you. How are you?
Okay,
Okay.
okay, good. I want to ask a question in relation to the first topic that you spoke about regarding relationships. And one thing I do know about relationships, one of the greatest components of a relationship is how it's sustained. So what if in a relationship, one of the parties in a relationship is incarcerated in the penal system? Can you speak to just that attribute, as well as just any other component of the relationship that you could speak to regarding that situation?
Okay, are you saying like if there's somebody in the system and a mother-father relationship, a female-male relationship, dating?
Yes, especially
A
if it's
female.
a female and male relationship.
Okay, that's very difficult. Can you turn your if you can mute yourself in the background a little bit for me? I'll try to answer that. I'm getting a little feedback. One of the things about, oh my goodness, a relationship with somebody's in the system, you got to really take time. And I spoke to a lady in my church, and I hope she's listening. I spoke to a lady in my church, and she was talking about dating someone that was in the system, had been in the system for a very long time, and she had never met him, but she started dating him in the system while he's in the system. And the thing was, he was lying to her from the system. So if he's lying to you from the system, is he being rehabilitated? Okay, because if he's lying to you there, what makes you think he's not going to lie to you when he gets out and he's actually has a relationship with you? So I do believe that people can, most certainly, God is able to heal, restore, revive, but relationships, male, female, depending on how that relationship was formed. You must also understand that if that relationship was formed and that person went away, people change, systems change over the years, depending on how long. 6 months is a long time for anyone to be away. So if you're talking like 2 or 3 years, there's a lot of things that happen and change in years. So I would say it's you're gonna have to be reintroduced to each other, just like that person is reintroduced to society. They have to be introduced and reintroduced to that person that they think they're in a relationship with. Anybody can be in a relationship on paper, but the real relationship comes when I have to deal with you, male, female, your emotions, your moods, and all of those things. I think it's possible, but I don't think you can pick up where you left off. I think it's impossible. I hope that answered your question.
I would just say, and I would just simply say this: don't be so fleshly led, but spirit driven. And to me, that would kind of sum it up. Because oftentimes, we're flesh led, and the flesh is leading me to do things, and haven't had a man, haven't had a woman, and all these things get in the place, and they begin to cloud good, positive judgment, knowing what you should do or what you're supposed to do. But because the flesh said this is what I want to do, then, so don't be so flesh driven or flesh led, but be spirit driven.
Good answer. I agree. I hope that answered your question.
Yes.
Okay. Is there another caller?
I think we have time.
And that
for
was a
one
good question, beloved. That was a good question because.
more. Saving faces.
Yes, hi, my name is Sharon Crump. How are you guys?
Hi Sharon, how are you?
Doing good. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm doing excellent. My question is that, when you are in a relationship and you have one person to, open up their, to be able to open themselves up, to be able to communicate, effectively and to get their, I guess, their voice heard, instead of, just shutting down or not being able.
Do express themselves because my husband is a man of few words. So sometimes when he does express himself, it may come across sharp.
So I've been told.
But if a person, one thing about a relationship, it is based on communication. It is based on communication. I can't guess. You can't guess what the person wants. You can't guess. You can't be afraid of losing or when a person can't express themselves, they often get defensive when you ask them for more than what they're capable of giving.
Agreement with my wife, communication in any relationship is extremely important. It is oftentimes the life of the relationship because, you can't assume, what the other person is to strategically bringing this other individual out of their shell to talk, to have communication. And maybe the quiet person could also teach them how to not talk so much sometimes. Sometimes saying too much can get you in trouble. So, but I think it can work. It's just, really just seeking God and seeking strategy and finding a strategic way to get that individual to open up.
And usually a person that doesn't talk a lot can talk a lot surface.
Right.
They just uncomfortable talking in depth about things. They can do well talking surface things, but when you start to get to the intimate and those deeper things, that's when they shut down.
Right.
So it's a process. It has to be something that person is willing to make the necessary changes and adjustments. And I no longer make excuses for people that, because people can express themselves on what they want to talk about.
Right.
So you can't make excuses about what you don't want to talk about. Just say, I don't want to talk about it. I stop finding saying, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I don't know should not be an option, especially in a marriage.
In a marriage.
Yeah,
I
don't
agree.
know it's not an option.
Okay. I hope that answered your question, Sharon.
Yes. So, all right, we are getting close to wrapping up
Wrapping
here.
up. Wow, this went by fast
It did.
tonight.
Had a really good time though.
I had a really good time. This was fun. You're fun.
Yeah, well, I like to think myself as that, but you're also fun too. Could that be why you married me?
I probably did.
Okay, well, we'll look into that later.
Matter of fact, I thought about doing it again.
What's that?
Marrying you again.
You want to do that for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Twice.
Twice. So could that be I did it right the first time, or I made a mistake the first time?
No, it's the transparency part.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
transparency part.
Twice.
Yeah.
2 times is always, well, twice is better than once.
Yeah.
But today was awesome.
Today was awesome. We thank everyone for definitely
Yes.
tuning in and just being open with us. I pray that you enjoy our radio.
Yes, yes.
Straight up,
No chaser.
no chaser, no water. So this is just the beginning of
Meaning to
who
come.
we are. So we pray that you have a general idea about who we are. So I always say straight up, straight at you, coming at you, and coming for you. That's the Travis. So we want to be like that. We want.
Have one person to, open up their, to be able to open themselves up, to be able to communicate, effectively and to get their, I guess, their voice heard, instead of, just shutting down or not being able.
Do express themselves, because my husband is a man of few words. So sometimes when he does express himself, it may come across sharp.
So I've been told.
But if a person, one thing about a relationship, it is based on communication. It is based on communication. I can't guess. You can't guess what the person wants. You can't guess. You can't be afraid of losing or when a person can't express themselves, they often get defensive when you ask them for more than what they're capable of giving.
Agreement with my wife, communication in any relationship is extremely important. It is oftentimes the life of the relationship because, you can't assume, what the other person is to strategically bring this other individual out of their shell to talk, to have communication. And maybe the quiet person could also teach them how to not talk so much sometimes. Sometimes saying too much can get you in trouble. So, but I think it can work. It's just, really just seeking God and seeking strategy and finding a strategic way to get that individual to open up.
And usually a person that doesn't talk a lot can talk a lot surface.
Right.
They just uncomfortable talking in depth about things. They can do well talking surface things, but when you start to get to the intimate and those deeper things, that's when they shut down.
Right.
So it's a process. It has to be something that person is willing to make the necessary changes and adjustments. And I no longer make excuses for people that, because people can express themselves on what they want to talk about.
Right.
So you can't make excuses about what you don't want to talk about. Just say, I don't want to talk about it. I stop finally saying, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I don't know should not be an option, especially in a marriage.
In a marriage.
Yeah,
I
don't know
agree.
it's not an option.
Okay. I hope that answered your question, Sharon.
Yes. So, all right, we are getting close to wrapping up
Wrapping
here.
up. Wow, this went by fast
It did.
tonight.
Had a really good time though.
I had a really good time. This was fun. You're fun.
Yeah, well, I like to think myself as that, but you're also fun too. Could that be why you married me?
I probably did.
Okay, well, we'll look into that later.
Matter of fact, I thought about doing it again.
What's that?
Marrying you again.
You want to do that for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Twice.
Twice. So could that be I did it right the first time, or I made a mistake the first time?
No, it's the transparency part.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
transparency part.
Twice.
Yeah.
2 times is always, well, twice is better than once.
Yeah. So,
But today was awesome.
today was awesome. We thank everyone for definitely
Yes.
tuning in and just being open with us. I pray that you enjoy our radio.
Yes, yes.
Straight up,
No chaser.
no chaser, no water. So this is just the beginning of
Meaning to
who
come.
we are. So we pray that you have a general idea about who we are. So I always say straight up, straight at you, and coming for you. That's the Travis. So we want to be like that. We want.
And maybe the quiet person could also teach them how to not talk so much sometimes. Sometimes saying too much can get you in trouble. So, but I think it can work. It's just, really just seeking God and seeking strategy and finding a strategic way to get that individual to open up.
And usually a person that doesn't talk a lot can talk a lot surface.
Right.
They just uncomfortable talking in depth about things. They can do well talking surface things, but when you start to get to the intimate and those deeper things, that's when they shut down.
Right.
So it's a process. It has to be something that person is willing to make the necessary changes and adjustments. And I no longer make excuses for people that, because people can express themselves on what they want to talk about.
Right.
So you can't make excuses about what you don't want to talk about. Just say, I don't want to talk about it. I stop finally saying, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I don't know should not be an option, especially in a marriage.
In a marriage.
Yeah,
I
don't know,
agree.
it's not an option.
Okay. I hope that answered your question, Sharon.
Yes. So, all right, we are getting close to wrapping up
Wrapping
here.
up. Wow, this went by fast
It did.
tonight.
Had a really good time though.
I had a really good time. This was fun. You're fun.
Yeah, well, I like to think myself as that, but you're also fun too. Could that be why you married me?
I probably did.
Okay, well, we'll look into that later.
Matter of fact, I thought about doing it again.
What's that?
Marrying you again.
You want to do that for real?
Yes.
Okay.
Twice.
Twice. So could that be I did it right the first time, or I made a mistake the first time?
No, it's the transparency part.
Yes,
The
absolutely.
transparency part.
Twice.
Yeah.
2 times is always, well, twice is better than once.
Yeah. So,
But today was awesome.
today was awesome. We thank everyone for definitely
Yes.
tuning in and just being open with us. I pray that you enjoy our radio.
Yes, yes.
You know, straight up,
No chaser.
no chaser, no water. So this is just the beginning of
Meaning to
who
come.
we are. So we pray that you have a general idea about who we are. So I always say straight up, straight at you, and coming for you. That's the Travis. So we want to be like that. We want
No, we don't apologize.
Hello.
What'd you say, unapologetic?
unapologetic.
Unapologetically, that's it.
So,
So we
but
enjoy
remember,
it.
when you're being transparent, you don't have very much. You don't look for friends when you're being transparent.
Yes.
Now, if you're on the friendship road, stay fake.
Mhm.
Now, if you're looking for a lot of that, stay fake. You're gonna have a lot of. It's a lot of them on that road, darlings.
Mhm.
But when you want transparency, you will walk a narrow road. But I'd rather have one or two that's genuine than a whole posse that I gotta watch my back on all the time.
I agree.
Is that all right?
I agree. And last but not least, definitely you guys would just want to come and check us out on a Friday or a Sunday. You can check us at Restoring the Years Global Ministries,
Global.
1000 Cobb Parkway North, Suite C. We have services on Friday night.
PM.
PM.
That's our prophetic, apostolic, prophetic night. So
Amen.
we have a good time.
Yes.
Good time. I hope y'all enjoyed it today.
We
So we
enjoyed
really
it.
enjoyed being here with you guys. So please go to the radio or please go to the website.
Yes, 108praiseradio.com.
You know, sign the
Follow us.
guest book or Rhonda Travitt Ministries, Restoring the Years Global Ministries. Hey, you'll find us somewhere.
That's it.
Music.
See you soon.
All right. We're tuning out. Straight up, no chaser. 108 Praise Radio. Blessings. May the blessings of the Lord make rich. Add no.
See you soon.
All right. We're tuning out. Straight up, no chaser. 108 Praise Radio. Blessings. May the blessings of the Lord make rich. Add no.